Okay, let's just look at this a little bit differently, so it doesn't jump around that way without my meaning it to. Okay. Okay, now we're going to talk about what happens in indirect speech. Indirect speech means that I'm not using quotation marks. I'm making a sentence in which I report what somebody said, but it's not with quotation marks, and some things happen that are a little different. Okay, I can still use the verb said, the girl said, or I can use something like told. But look at the difference, that when I use said, there's no indirect object here. But if I use tell or told, I have to say who. It's like it's transitive. I have to tell you who the girl said it to. So here there's no doctor. Here there's a doctor. That is optional. You can put it in or you can leave it out. Okay. So it comes out, the girl said that it was too long a story to tell him just then. Or you could say the girl said it was too long a story to tell him just then. Or the girl told the doctor it was too long a story to tell him just then. But look what has happened here to the pronoun. If I go back to what she actually said up here, let's go back to what she actually said. She said, it's too long a story to tell you just now. And there it is in quotation marks. And then if I go back down to her here, she said that it was too long a story. See, she changed the verb from the present to the past because I'm matching the past tense here. She is changing the pronoun from you to him. And she's changing right now to then. Okay, let's look at another one. If I say, the girl said, I'll explain everything when we get there. This is the direct statement. When I go to the indirect speech, this is what it looks like. Okay, the girl said that she would explain. The will becomes would when they got there. Instead of here is there. Instead of we, it becomes they. Okay, let's go back to another one. Okay, the doctor said a young girl gave me this address. The indirect, excuse me, let's go down a little further here. The indirect one says, the doctor told the old man that the girl, and here I go from the past tense to the past perfect, had given him that address. I change the pronoun, and this becomes that. Okay, and the same kind of thing happens. He said his daughter was killed almost 2 years ago. Why don't we go back and look at it? The old man said, my daughter was killed at that intersection almost 2 years ago. And here, the old man told him that his daughter, that's the old man's daughter, had been killed, I'm going to the past perfect tense, at that intersection instead of this. And almost 2 years before instead of almost 2 years ago.